What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope everybody's day is going great. Today is Tuesday. That means it's prediction day. We're going to go over all the predictions for this coming week in the Overwatch League. Also, there was some news coming out of the Shanghai Dragons. Effective immediately, their head coach has stepped down. We'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit. Also, Dafran has been signed to NRG Esports, not as a player, but a streamer. Thought I'd get that out of the way real quick so everybody knows. He is a streamer, not a player. He will not be competing on the Contenders NRG roster. He will just be streaming under the NRG banner. Also, real quick, guys, before we get into this video, I wanted to bring up the Discord viewing parties that we used to do back in Stage 1. I know there's a lot of new subscribers and viewers of the channel now, so you all might not know about this, but back in Stage 1, I used to host viewing parties on my Discord channel. It was very fun. We would discuss the games, talk about what teams need to do to improve, and just overall, we had a good time. So if you guys want to do some viewing parties again, let me know. There's definitely some great matchups coming up this week, so let me know down in the comments if you want to do some viewing parties. Be sure to join the Discord. I will leave the link down below as well. I might even be doing some exclusive Discord and Twitter giveaways, so be sure to follow my Twitter as well, guys. And if you guys are excited for the news in this video, you want to stay up to date with the Overwatch League, follow my predictions, my power rankings, and all my other Overwatch League content. I post videos every single day, so drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and that being said, let's just go ahead and hop into it, starting off with the Shanghai Dragons move. So, effective immediately, Chen Chongshan U4 has stepped down as the head coach of the Shanghai Dragons. He will formally leave a post after a transition period of 1 week. Current assistant coach Sun Jun Young Kong will act as a stand-in coach. So in January, the Shanghai Dragons hired RUI, who was the former head coach of MY, a very, very good Chinese team back before Overwatch League started. They were one of the best. They were competing with some of the top Korean teams. So RUI is definitely a good coach, and hopefully he comes in soon. We're expecting him to be here in about a month. He's coming to the US in late March. The feedback on this that I've seen on Twitter and Reddit so far is people are excited. It seems like nobody was impressed with U4 as a coach, and they think this is a good direction for the Shanghai Dragons. So definitely some interesting news coming out of the Shanghai Dragons. We'll just have to see what happens. I do think once RUI comes in, they will become a better team, and with those new players coming in around the same time, they might be able to get some wins. As for the Dafran news, it was all another debate. Dafran, classic, he debated a bunch of people. We thought he was going to be a San Francisco Shock Contenders player, competing on the roster for NRG in Contenders, but unfortunately, he is just a streamer for NRG. The classic debate. We thought he was joining Florida Mayhem. I think now, at this point, if Dafran ever does actually join a team, nobody is going to believe him until there's actual proof, because the debating has been too real. And that's basically it for the news today, guys. There has been a lot more rumors and proof coming out that those signings I talked about in my other video a couple days ago are true, so we can expect some announcements coming out soon, and when those announcements happen, we will definitely cover it. But let's just go ahead and hop into my predictions now. Starting off on Wednesday, the first match tomorrow, we have Seoul Dynasty taking on the Shanghai Dragons. Not much need to talk about this match, to be honest. 4-0 Seoul Dynasty, easy pickup for them. And the next match, we have San Francisco Shock taking on the Dallas Fuel. The last time these two played, it was a very interesting match. It looked like San Francisco Shock had the edge very early on. They were dominating the Dallas Fuel, but then they threw away their early leads as they classically do. Then Dallas Fuel came back late in the set. They won 3-1. So for this set, I think Dallas Fuel have made some good upgrades to their roster. San Francisco hasn't changed much, so I think because of this, Dallas Fuel will take the set much easier than last time. Either 3-1, could go 3-2, but I'm going to guess 3-1 Dallas Fuel. Moving on to the next match, we have the Battle for Los Angeles. Great matchup, the Los Angeles Valiant, Los Angeles Gladiators. I'm always hyped for this one just because it's the LA versus LA rivalry. Last time it went all 5 games in a reverse sweep for the Valiant, actually. That was a very intense game. It was super fun to watch, and I definitely can't wait for this one. Because of the reverse sweep, I kind of do think it's a toss-up. Fisher has added a ton of firepower for the Gladiators lately. He's playing out of his mind, and if he just gets some good backup from his team, they could take the set. But I'm not going to bet on them. I think the Valiant will win this 3-2 or 3-1. Kareev has been looking like an amazing DPS player as of late, so I think we can expect him to come out and do major work for them. 3-1 victory for the Valiant. Moving on to Thursday, the first matchup is the Philadelphia Fusion and Seoul Dynasty. And I've just got to mention this. Like, damn, talk about 2 back-to-back rough schedules for the Philadelphia Fusion. First, last week they played the Houston Outlaws, then the London Spitfire. Now they're going up against Seoul Dynasty and the New York Excelsior. That is crazy, man. It can't get any better for the viewers to see all these matches lined up. And the Philadelphia Fusion are actually in a very interesting spot. Will they run EQO this week? Will they run Shadowburn? In the very first week of this stage, EQO looked absolutely amazing. The guy was playing out of his mind. Then they put Shadowburn back in for week 2. He played really good in the Houston Outlaws set. Then against the London Spitfire, it wasn't really close. They didn't really have a chance. Can't really blame Shadowburn. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think they need to give each player one matchup this week so EQO can play against Seoul, then give Shadowburn New York Excelsior. And in this matchup against Seoul Dynasty, I do think that the Koreans will win this one. I hope it's a 3-2. I hope it's a very close, exciting match. Unfortunately, last week we did see a 4-0 when the Philadelphia Fusion took on the London Spitfire. So it's kind of hard to say, but I think Seoul Dynasty will win 3-1. But I'm praying for that 3-2. Game 5 will be awesome. Moving on to the next set, we have the Houston Outlaws and the Los Angeles Valiant. I talked about this one yesterday in my Power Rankings matchup. I do think the Houston Outlaws will win this game. I think they are the more consistent team between the two. Sure, Los Angeles Valiant have looked pretty good, but I think when both of these teams are on and playing at their best, the Houston Outlaws are just slightly better. If Linkser shows up, if Jake doesn't struggle on the Tracer, they should have a good time against the Los Angeles Valiant, and it'll be a 3-2 or 3-1 victory. Hopefully another 3-2 though. Moving on to the next matchup, we have Boston Uprising, Shanghai Dragons. Again, poor Shanghai Dragons, man. They got a new head coach coming in, but I don't think that's going to do anything for them in this matchup. Boston Uprising 4-0. Let's move on to Friday. In the first matchup, we have the London Spitfire taking on the Boston Uprising. So back-to-back matches here for the Boston Uprising. They did take out the London Spitfire in the last stage. It was around the same time in week 3. They went on a crazy run and started winning games left and right after they did this. So you never know, that upset potential could be there. But I think the London Spitfire will be more ready this time. I think last time they may have overlooked them just a little bit. They were also underperforming on Control very hard. Lijiang probably one of their worst maps. Now the last map is on Ilios, and I think London Spitfire are much better on that map. It's probably their best Control map, so I think if this goes to a Game 5, London Spitfire will take it. But I don't even think it'll go to a Game 5. I think 3-1 London Spitfire. They're prepared for Boston Uprising this time. Moving on to the next matchup, we have the New York Excelsior and the Philadelphia Fusion. Once again, Philadelphia Fusion did sneak this win around the same time in Stage 1. Very similar to the Boston Uprising London Spitfire match, Philly could very well win this game. But again, New York Excelsior, I think they were preparing more for Seoul last time they faced off against the Philadelphia Fusion, got kind of caught off guard. I think they'll be more ready this time, especially after the London Spitfire and New York Excelsior had those dominating 4-0 wins last week. I don't think they're overlooking the Western teams anymore. They're definitely preparing for them. So because of that, I think New York Excelsior will get this win off the Philadelphia Fusion. 3-1, hopefully 3-2 though. Moving on to the next game, we have Florida Mayhem, Houston Outlaws. Florida Mayhem really aren't that good, guys. We all know this. It's the same situation with the Shanghai Dragons. They just have not been performing at a very good level. Houston Outlaws will take this more than likely 4-0. There is a chance Florida Mayhem could get a map, you never know. But Houston Outlaws 4-0, 3-1. Moving on to Saturday, in the first matchup, we have the London Spitfire taking on the Los Angeles Gladiators. This will be fun to watch. We get to see Fisher versus Gesture, two of the best main tanks in the entire league going head-to-head. Unfortunately, though, for the Los Angeles Gladiators, they don't have Prophet, Birdring, Badosin. They don't have all these great players behind their main tank. They do have Surefour, Hydration, Bishu, some decent players, but nothing that can stand up to the London Spitfire's power. So because of this, it's going to be a 4-0 or 3-1 victory for the London Spitfire. If I had to guess, probably 4-0. But again, it will still be a fun matchup to watch to see Fisher go up against Gesture. And let's move on to the next match. We have the New York Excelsior taking on the San Francisco Shock. And I think we all know New York Excelsior is going to take this. Again, San Francisco Shock, they're a bottom 3, bottom 4 team in this league. They haven't really improved too much over time. It looks like they're on the cusp of becoming good, but every time I say that, they just look worse and worse. So, San Francisco Shock, they really got to get it together. I don't know what to say about them. New York Excelsior, they look great. They got that 4-0 win. They're going to beat the Philadelphia Fusion. They're going to beat San Francisco Shock 4-0. And the last match of the week, we have Florida Mayhem, Dallas Fuel. Interesting matchup here. There is a chance for Florida Mayhem to get a map. Dallas Fuel will win at 3-1 or 4-0 though. They're just on another level than the Florida Mayhem. They made some good upgrades in their DPS areas, and although they are struggling in the off-tank and main tank area and a little bit with their supports, they'll still be able to take this matchup. Florida Mayhem, they don't have their new players yet. Maybe with Say a Player and Awesome Guy, this could be a much closer match, but that is not the case. I think Dallas Fuel will take it 3-1 or 4-0. And that's it for my predictions for Stage 2, Week 3, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree. Be sure to drop a like on this video. Let me know if you enjoy my predictions every single week. We are currently sitting at 20-4. I got 2 matches wrong last week, 2 matches wrong in the first week. Hopefully we can go undefeated this week. Probably not though, because you can always expect the unexpected in the Overwatch League. That's what's so exciting about it. That's why we love it. So be sure to drop a like on this video, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy Overwatch League content every single day. And let me know down below if you guys want to bring back the viewing parties on the Discord. Back in early stage 1, we were doing a ton of viewing parties. It was really fun. Everybody would get on Discord. We'd talk about the games, discuss who we thought would win, the problems for every team. It was always a great time. Getting to learn other people's perspective on the league and other teams is always fun. So let me know if you guys want a viewing party. I'm thinking tomorrow, if you guys want to do the Los Angeles Valiant, Los Angeles Gladiators game, we could do that. We can also do Seoul Dynasty versus Philadelphia Fusion. There's definitely some exciting games, so let me know down in the comments, guys. Alright, I'm out of here. Peace.